Hi everyone, Dr. Jeff back with you this week with Coach and Melissa, and hope you enjoyed last week's video with Maverick and Dr. Jeff and them bones. That was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun doing that one, and it's a tough act to follow for sure.
Definitely.
But we'll see what happens this week. And this week, what are we doing?
Well, this week we're actually going to be talking about or showing you guys some core exercises. So having a balanced core and a strong core is very important. But why would it be important, Jeff?
Well, if you look at your body, you've got this big cylinder here, your outside core, and kind of around your spine, you've got a smaller cylinder. That's your core. And anytime you move, your core has to stabilize your spine in order for you able to go. Even coughing or sneezing is very important. Even eating is very important for having a solid core. Years ago, the Blue Jays had a trainer that came in and decided he was going to try and reduce the number of back injuries they had. So in spring training, they had them doing about 200 sit-ups every day. And what ended up happening over time is that year they had more lost time due to back injuries than they had the previous year. The reason for this is that he created an imbalanced core. So he really worked on the front and the abs, but he neglected the back one, so the opposite muscle. And they ended up producing more injuries. So if your core is imbalanced and you go to make some movements, all that's going to happen is if that weak muscle needs to contract or that tight muscle needs to stretch, it's going to cause you some issues.
Yeah, so today we're going to show you about 4 exercises to strengthen that core. Now come on. So for today, the exercises we're going to show you are from beginner to intermediate level exercises. And we have our lovely participant Jeff here that's going to show us how to do them. So the first one we like to do is very simple. It's a breathing exercise. Now this is arguably one of the most important ones because it helps you control your core. So what you're going to do is take whichever hand you'd like and place it on your stomach, kind of right where your belly button is. Now you're just going to lay there and you're going to pull your stomach towards the ground away from your hand, kind of like Jeff is doing here. Now while you hold this, you're going to hold it for about 10 seconds. You're going to focus on breathing normally. So make sure Jeff is breathing normally. Perfect. And then you're going to hold that for 10 seconds like I said. And then after 10 seconds, you can just relax. Perfect. And then do that about 3 times a day. So the next exercise is called dead bug. So for this one, you're going to start with your knees in the air like so, as well as your hands in the air like so. And for this, you're going to do opposite arm to leg. So as you drop this leg down, you're going to lift this one above your head. Then you're going to return to the same position and do opposite leg and opposite arm. Like so. For this, you want to focus on not having your heels on the ground. So nothing should touch the ground when you go down. And you're going to want to hold the bottom position for about 3 seconds. 1 cycle counts for both sides. So when you do the left and the right, that's 1. And then we do the opposite, that's 1 as well. So you're going to want to try to do 5 to 8 of those. So the next exercise we're going to show you is called Rushian Twist. Now for this one, you're going to kind of start in the seating position and shift your weight backwards and then lift your legs up off the ground. Then you're going to go from side to side, and each time you return to the same side, that's going to count as 1 cycle. So if it's too easy, you can put a weight in your hand and shift the weight from side to side. If it's too hard, you could do the exercise with your heels on the ground for support. Now you're going to want to do this, like I said, for 8 cycles. So every time you return to one side, that would count as a cycle. So the last exercise we're going to do is called Mad Cat or Cat Cow. I'm sure you've heard of this one. For this one, you're going to start on all 4s, and you're going to kind of imagine a string going through the middle of your rib cage. So the first part is you're going to pull that string up towards the ceiling and tuck your chin so that your spine is rounded like this. And then you're going to relax and bring it to the bottom and pretend you're pulling your string down and curl your head upwards. Now every time you reach the top, the peak position, you're going to count that as 1. Those are your counting spots. So a full cycle is going up and down. So you're going to want to do those about 5 to 8 times. So for all these exercises, the key thing you want to think about is engaging your core. So this means doing what we first did in our breathing exercise. That's kind of why we went over it. So you want to pull back that core and really sure you're flexing it to make sure that it's working for you within these exercises, or else they're not going to do anything for you. Now that's all we have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to like and comment down below anything that you want us to see next. And as always here at Goldsworthy Wellness, we've got your back.